Well, hello, good morning, and welcome to What If Wednesday. I'm Mindy Odlin, and hope you can join me for a cup of coffee, maybe some chai tea. It's kind of a wet, rainy day here in New York, but spring is here. Things are warming up, and transformation abounds. So, cheers. Yes. So today I want to share with you three questions. I'm calling this the Trinity of transformation because these are the three questions that I keep in front of me on my board, on my wall. So I have my prompts everywhere. So these are the three questions that I keep in front of me all the time because I think these are the questions that create transformational change, no matter what you're working on. Okay, I'm getting a little balmy in here too. So I'm gonna and do my Mr. Rogers over here. Get comfortable. All right. Are you ready for this? So let's first check in. I see, thank you so much for joining me live. I see your eyeballs watching. It's great to have you here. Post in the comments. What is something that is changing, transforming, evolving, blossoming in your life? Are you working on relationships? Are you working on your career, your finances, your spiritual growth, your life balance? What is it that you are transforming in your life? I know last weekend we had a weekend of purging, so maybe you've released some things to create space for new things to come in. So I'd love to hear from you. Let me know who's here, and let me dive in. So the Trinity of transformation. That's what I am sharing with you today. The Trinity of transformation. So of course I start with, this is not Trinity in the sense of a lot of times we think about religion and that Trinity. So I'm using the definition of Trinity. I actually, I just looked this up. So here we go. This is the actual definition of Trinity. A group of three people or things, right? So that's what a Trinity is. Or the secondary definition is the state of being three. It's threeness. For example, you can be a Trinity in unity, right? So that's how it's used a lot in religion. So we are using the literal definition, a group of three things. And in this case, the three questions that create transformational change. And I also see this as a Trinity in terms of a state of being three. Like these three questions exist in the realm of the unity of transformation, that one thing. It's three questions that exist simultaneously in one thing. So are you ready for them? I'm going to share with you the questions, and then I'm going to share with you what they mean and how you can put them into practice in a way that can help you avoid some of the bumpy bits of life, right? Creating dynamic relationships, creating health and vitality, creating financial abundance. How do we put these into work? All right, so here are the three questions. You ready for the big reveal? Give my little self drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Okay, here it is. Question number one, what is? Question number two, what if? You knew that was coming, right? And question number three, what next? I keep these questions in front of me all the time. And these questions are, they all exist within the one context of a singular purpose, right? So these are the three questions that I ask within the framework of a single purpose. And that purpose for you could be fulfilling relationships. It could be financial abundance. It could be the impact that you're trying to make, that you are making through the work that you're doing, through your career, through your spiritual gifts, whatever that might be. I bring these three questions into one purpose. All right. So we're going to start with this one. The question is, what is? All right. So anytime you want to create a one purpose, a one thing, it's nice to start with, what is now? Like, what is my current reality, as we would say, looking at the creative cycle? What is the current reality? What is? And in order to discern what is, this is where it is useful to dive into our wisdom. Wisdom is I call it a spiritual gift. It is our ability to be aware and mindful of what is in this moment. So I invite you, take a moment in this moment. What is? And if you want to play in the context of pick something that you're creating, pick one solitary purpose. You could focus on a relationship or focus on a team that you're trying to mobilize, or maybe an area where you're trying to have an impact, you're trying to be an influencer, you have a team that you're leading. So you can look at, what is the purpose? Why are you wanting to do the thing you want to do? What is the ultimate vision? All right. And then within that context, the first question is, well, what is now? What is the current reality? So we tap into our wisdom. And as we think about this thing that we're creating, to be able to say, okay, as I think about this thing, am I feeling excited? Am I on fire? Am I just like raring to go to put things into motion? Do I have clarity on who I should touch base with next and what's unfolding? Or as I think about that one thing, do I feel overwhelmed? Do I feel exhausted? Do I feel like I don't know how? Like, so what is the mindset that is happening? What is the current mindset? What is the emotion that is tied to that purpose that you're trying to create? So we begin by asking the question, what's happening now? And the better we can get at discerning, it's like, oh, okay, my energy feels a little off. I'm feeling a little bit of overwhelm. I'm feeling a little anxiety. I'm feeling a little stressed about this. The sooner we can tap into that and identify it and look at what is triggering it, then the sooner we can move into the next question and begin smoothing out those bumpy spots. So the next question is, what if? It's my favorite question. What if? In order to get into this what if mode, we have to activate our imagination. So our imagination is going to open up new avenues of possibility. Now, imagination can be used to create the vision for this one purpose, right? So if you're not sure what that one purpose is, you can go to your imagination for that. What if you get some clarity on the vision of what you are creating, of the vision of the impact that you can have, the vision of the difference you can make? And then to go into the imagination and looking at what is, we can use our what if to brainstorm possibilities for creating a shift in our being, possibilities for creating a shift in what we do. What if I do something different? What if I reach out to a different person? What if I learn something new? What if I explore a new perspective that I haven't explored before? What if I take a breath? What if I take a break? What if I take a walk? What if I shift something within me? What if it's a change in my perspective that will create a greater impact in terms of this purpose? So what if is a way to generate lots of ideas, lots of possibilities. They can be being, doing, or having possibilities, right? Possibility of what we have, a possibility of what we do, a possibility of who we are being. From those ideas, it prepares us to move into the final question of our 3-question Trinity, which is, what's next? So now I have the awareness of what is. I can see what's working. I can see what's moving me forward. And I can identify areas where there's stuck energy or stuck action or stuck relationships. I can go into my imagination to identify possibilities for moving forward. So the final question is, what next? What's my next step? Now, what do I do? I have all these ideas. Your wisdom will come together with your imagination. When these are working together, your wisdom will let you know what's the next baby step. We don't have to figure out the entire journey. As long as we've got some clarity on our next step and stay in inspired action. So that's not trudging through. That's not, I ought to do this. This is what I should do. This is what all the gurus are telling me to do. This is inspired action that is based on your wisdom connected to the imagination. Your wisdom is your wisdom, right? So no one gets to tell you what your next step is. Isn't that good to know? I keep dropping my imagination. What's that about? So here it is. So your wisdom is yours. And one of the things that we believe in the What If Up Club is that we can share ideas. Imagination is our gift to give, right? So our what ifs, our ideas, our possibilities, that is how we love on each other and support each other and uplift each other. And ultimately, no matter how many great, brilliant ideas we throw out there, we absolutely trust that even though it may seem like a great idea to me, the question is it yours to do? And you are the only one that knows that. So I hope this is giving you a nice, easy framework for creating transformational change in your life. It's as easy as asking, what is? What is? What's going on? Tap into my wisdom. What if? What are the possibilities? Step into the imagination. And then what next? What's my inspired action? What am I going to do? And to take all of these into the context of a singular purpose. These are the three questions that come together to help us fulfill a specific purpose, right? So I hope that is helpful. And I hope if you walk away with nothing else, it is a reminder that that wisdom to know what's yours to do next is your wisdom. One of the things we love to do in our What If Up community is practice being aware of our thoughts, being aware of our emotional state. We practice generating ideas, knowing that those ideas sometimes trigger greater awareness around the way we're feeling. And that from that, it creates clarity on what is our next inspired action step. And then we celebrate like crazy and allow that purpose to unfold. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being part of our What If Wednesday. Yes, yes, yes. Awareness is where it begins. That's the what is. And all of these are happening all the time. All the time. There's not like step 1, step 2, step 3. It's like, yes, they're all happening. The what's happening when I think about this idea, what's happening in my awareness as I take this next inspired action. They're all happening at the same time. It is a trinity. 3 things in one. 3 questions in one purpose. So have fun stepping into your week. I'd love to hear what your one purpose is in the comments. Let me know what's something you're working on. What's an intention? What's a purpose that you hold? And let us cheer for you and support you. And maybe even share a few ideas, some what if possibilities, and trusting, of course, that your wisdom will know what's yours to do. All right. So thanks for joining. Thanks for being part of this What If Wednesday. I look forward to seeing your purpose in the comments. If you're not a part of our community, join us at whatifup.org. Become a member of the What If Up Club. If you are a member, invite some friends. If you find this is valuable for you and it helps you stay on track, helps you navigate some of those bumpy spots. And if you're just loving the community, loving the support, loving the ideas that flow through this community, then share, and invite others to join. So thanks for being here. I'm Mindy Odland. See you next week on What If Wednesday. Bye.